Hello everyone. Can you all say hi in the comment section, please? Am I audible? Hello. All right. Yeah. Let's start this webinar. Um this webinar is basically about how to find a winning niche. Uh, Basically, niche. We have to define what a niche is actually. We keep using this term a lot of times in our campaigning when you're selling on My Dream Store. A niche is basically a set of target audience, like a market segment, where you can sell certain products to them and that will have a common appeal. So basically it's like a market segment. Niche is nothing but a market segment. And most of us here stumble around. Hello. Am I audible now? I'm seeing some complaint that my voice is a little low. Is it getting better? Hello. Hello. Okay. Little louder. Okay. I'll see if I can. Hello, guys. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me now? All right. Let's just get started. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about how to find that profitable niche or winning niche. How do you make more money out of a single niche? How do you identify which is a winning niche? So we are going to talk about a lot of this stuff today. So before we get into the details of it, let's just start talking about who I am basically a startup founder. I have another startup. I started working in the My Dream Store as a campaigner like around eight months back. I'm also a freelance internet and digital marketeer. That is, I help small businesses and startups grow their online presence. But also a little bit about my personal life. I love Sachin and I'm a ardent Liverpool fan. About my campaigning experience, I've sold close to 17,000 products on My Dream Store. up to 40 lakhs in estimated profits. So this is basically who I am. Uh, okay, so moving on. What are the major sources to find niche ideas? When I started campaigning, the biggest problem was getting a new idea. That is probably the biggest problem most of you must be facing even now. So how do you overcome that? My simple answer is you list down all the sources that are giving you good ideas. So I started doing it after a month or two in campaigning. So one of the first things I did was I started looking at myself. Why? Because I am also a customer. I like t-shirts, I like hoodies, I wear them, I buy from online all the time. So I am a customer. So I started with myself. I started looking at, like, can I sell this t-shirt to my school, my college, my university, and all. So that is how pretty much everybody, who starts campaigning will think in. That's a very good direction to start, because you pretty much know about yourself, and most of the buyers out there are someone like you. So you have to think straight from your end. So that we are customers too. That is what I'm talking about. We are the customers. So think from a customer point of view and think from your own point of view and start looking for new ideas. Then we are almost all of us are on Facebook. So the biggest advantage we have is we see a lot of ads these days on Facebook timeline saying, this is a very good t-shirt, this is a very good hoodie, you should buy this, buy from here, kind of things. You see a lot of t-shirts on your Facebook wall nowadays, right? So that is, that gives you some ideas. Looking at those t-shirts will give you an idea. The moment you see a single t-shirt coming up into your Facebook wall like 3 to 4 times, or sometimes more than that, shows that there is a lot of demand for that product. That is why the campaigner is selling more and more to increase his sales. So that gives you a kind of an idea where what kind of ideas will work, and what else can we do. So basically I talked about my own self, and also I talked about looking at my own Facebook timeline or wall. So these are pretty much basic things everybody can start with. You'll get some basic ideas. I'm not saying yet you'll get every basic idea there, but you'll get some basic ideas. Then you can always look into your competition. Who are your competitors? Basically, whoever is in the webinar, these are all your competitors. We are all competing with one another to make more sales. So all the campaigners, including me, including everyone who's in the webinar today, are more or less like competition. So how do you get an idea of who's doing what? Where, it's basically you go to my dream store, you check their top selling products. The biggest advantage with my dream store is it gives you the number of products sold at the end of each product. So that shows you the metric of the demand. Also, that will give you an idea of what others are selling. So from there, you can derive some ideas. So that is what I used to do when I started off. I only started like 8, 9 months ago. The My Dream Store has been there for about 2.5, 3 years now. So there are many campaigns by the time I started. And I started looking into their campaigns and understood that, okay, this is the kind of campaigns they are selling. This is the campaigns that are actually working. From there, I got few ideas, and probably that is why you need to look into the competition. Then current trends. What is current trends? You pretty much understand what is a current trend is, right? There are many trendy things that keep happening. I'll give you an example of a non-Indian version of it, because this has been a very big case study across the whole globe. Trump is in the news all the time for the last 1.5 year. What happened was there were many US platforms, many US campaigners trying to promote their products using Trump. What they did was, we hate Trump was one major campaign that went on live, and that was a very huge hit. Also, we support others for president. So that is the kind of trend I'm talking about. You have to look at the things that keeps happening. There was one big rage about Pokemon Go, and we saw few campaigners working on this niche and made some good sales. So that is the kind of trend I'm talking about. Recently, I've saw a post about Modi. I am modified kind of a thing. The T-shirt was really good. Anyone who's in following the demonetization closely or who's a fan of Modi will definitely buy it. So basically, I'm just talking about the trends, the current trends. You have to look at it, and probably you'll get some ideas. There is no end to ideas. I'm telling you, you can get ideas from anywhere. But these are some of the reliable sources that you can take in. Then one more source is a master list of niches. Well, what is this master list of niches? You might be thinking, where do you get it? You will get it here. You will get it here. End of this webinar, we'll share you all the people who attended the webinar will get this master list of niches. I'll just quickly show you what it is all about, so that you'll wait till the end and see the value you're going to get. Okay, I just quickly show you. Yes. This is the list I'm talking about. So this is a comprehensive list I have made for myself, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to share everything with you end of this webinar. Okay, there are more than 200 plus niches that I've listed here. Especially in professions alone, I've listed more than 40, 45 in professions. Then in colleges, I've made more than 30 plus colleges and 20 plus schools, all the places that you can target, the bikers niche, the sports niche, the passions niche, like the music lovers, food lovers, coffee lovers. You're all going to get this end of this session. Okay, let's just get moving. All right. So apart from that, there are few other websites that I generally go and get my niche ideas from. Uh, One of the major things you must be all knowing about Pinterest. It's a popular social network. The biggest advantage of Pinterest is you will get a lot and lot of ideas when you just type in certain keywords. Let's just go to Pinterest and I'll show you how I actually do. Okay, somehow the Pinterest is not working. Let's go to sunfrogshirts.com. I like this personally because it gives you a lot of bestsellers. Okay, I just clicked on the job shirts. Look at this, guys. This is like, you know, you can sell this kind of a design. You can sell, to an engineer. You can sell to an audio engineer. You can sell to a nurse. You can sell to a, systems administrator, a mechanic, an airman. So look at these t-shirts. You will get tons and tons of ideas from these. When you look at these, when you try to Indianize these versions, this is where you'll get most of your sales from. Do not think too much. Try to think simple. Do you know anyone who's a nurse? Okay, talk to them. Ask them if they would buy a T-shirt like this. If they say yes, that itself shows that there is a huge demand for this, and you can sell it to more number of nurses there, right? So this is one good ideas hub where you can get it. Okay, let's go back. So I personally like Sunfrog shirts because it has a lot of bestsellers, and most of them actually works in Indian market as well. Also, Redbubble, Zazzle, they're also good. They have very good creative designs available there. So based on that, you can derive your own designs. Don't copy them because copyright issues will come, and you don't want your campaign to be turned off or put down just because of a copyright issue. But make sure you have your own originality to it. But take inspiration from all these websites. This is a giveaway. I'm going to share you the same at the end of the session as well. Also, go to Teespring. Teespring is world's largest merchandising platform. You should definitely check out Teespring. You will have many ideas coming, and all these niches that are doing well are more or less inspired from Teespring. So you have to definitely keep a watch on Teespring. Is that is the best way you can find which has got a lot of demand, and identifying which will sell and which will not sell. So this is what I will do. I'll just go to Pinterest and I'll start typing in, let's say I'm doing a photography t-shirt. I'll start typing photography, and Pinterest will give me lots and lots of ideas, quotations, t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, and all. When you look at them, you'll get a feel of which one will be suitable. You don't have to recreate the whole caption all by yourself. You can get inspiration from another caption that you see on Pinterest, sometimes in Google Images as well, and you can replicate that. That itself will make you, good design idea. This is like, the easiest way to do it. You don't have to, talk to many people, ask if they like it or not. You can just go to Pinterest or Google and start searching in with the niche that you want to do. If you don't have an idea of what niche that will sell, go back to my previous slide where you get sources. You can talk to, you can think about yourself. You can go to Facebook timeline and see which are selling and which are not selling. You can go to some of these platforms also, which I mentioned here. So this is typically what I would do. Okay. uh, am I clear and audible so far? Can you please write in your comment section? If if not, let me know what should I do. All right, so most of us are saying yes. Let's Yeah, let's continue. I'm just for the past few days, I've been talking to a lot of campaigners over Facebook chat, Facebook call, and all, trying to understand how they are campaigning. They've been asking me for help and all. So based on that, I kind of understand that what most of us are, facing some issues with. I'll just give you, quick heads up how I would look at a niche. I don't think all niches are same. Every niche has its own potential. Some niches will sell hundreds, some will sell thousands, some will sell more than 4 5 thousand at time. So it is important you understand what is the potential of the niche, and and don't think that any niche that is giving you positive ROI is not a profitable niche. That is not a profitable niche, because in that equation you are not considering your time. You are here on this platform to make money. Let assume you are a part timer. You want some extra money, like say 30 40 thousand a month. You would want your time to be used wisely. You don't want to spend 8 hours for 100 rupees of profit, right? So that is not going to make any money for you. You just have to think it the other way around. The amount of time you're spending on each campaign has to reciprocate in the profits. So if it is not, then it is not a profitable niche. Don't think just the estimated profits is the ultimate number. It is the number of hours you're working to get that profit. That is the most ultimate number you have to consider. So any niche that is giving you positive ROI is not a profitable niche. But any niche that gives you a good profits for the time you spend is definitely the profitable niche. Okay, so that is what basically I definitely recommend everyone to think about it once before you start a small campaign, like say for a five t-shirts you spend like 5 6 days of sales. I'm not saying the profits are not there, but if you want more money to come, you have to look for bigger niches. If you want more money to come, you have to change the niche that you're working. The strategy has to change. So it's all comes down to the niche. If you're operating in a good niche with a huge potential, you can make more money. But if you're not operating in a big niche, then that will be a major challenge. In my view, I think if you are operating three big niches at a time, is much, much, much better than 10 small niches. Okay. When I say big and small, I'm referring to the potential sales. What is the potential sales of this niche? Uh, so how do how do you know the potential of the each niche? How do you understand which is a big niche, which is a small niche? These are things that will come only with experience. Don't worry, but I'll share my experience. I might not be right all the time. I'm if anyone is ready to correct me, I'm more than happy to listen and correct myself, but I'm just here to share my experience, right? So I'll just share. I do a framework, and I'm going to show you that framework. This is the magic framework I do. Okay. uh, right. So this is an example I wanted to give you to make you understand. Let's take two cases here. The niche one has a cost, conversion cost of rupees 100 to 120, and then estimated profit of rupees 250, and the average number of sales per day is 10. Okay. And in the niche too, the conversion cost is around 170, so it's like 50 rupees more than the previous niche. So when you look at it from a custom, from a conversion cost point of view, it is giving you less profits, right? So we'll get there. But the estimated profit per sale is 250 rupees, just the same as above. But the average number of sales per day is 25, so that is more than previously. So what do you think is going to make you know can you quickly tell me which niche is going to make more profit, niche one or niche two? Mm-hmm. Okay, niche two, right, right, right. So most of you are saying niche two. Let's see. Yes, most of you are right. We are going to get more profits in niche two. Why? Because we are having more number of sales per day. So that is very key metric most of us ignore. If you are selling only 10 t-shirts a day or 10 products a day, you're only going to make very little money. Try to scale that. Try to make 25. Try to make 50. Try to, make it 100 a day. And trust me, making 100 a day is not such a difficult thing on my dream show, because all you have to do is do more ads, find more niches, and work on those. So it's basically you don't have to take care of customer service or calls or operations, right? This is all taken take. I'm sorry. This is all taken care of my team. So you just have to focus on what you do the best. Design, find niche, target. Design, find niche, target, scale. This is what you have to do. Okay. So this is I just explained you the profit with niche one is going to be 39,000 per month, and the profit with niche two is going to be 60,000 per month. So think about it, guys. You just don't have to think about only the margin that is going to come per each sale, but also the number of sales it is coming per each niche. If you're making more number of sales in the single niche, focus on that. Try to scale that, and when you're scaling, the cost per conversion will always go down. In my experience, when my initial first 10 20 sales will cost me 120 rupees, for the next 50 sales are going to cost me less than 100 rupees. So if you start scaling your big niches, you will make more and more money, and you will give a lot of value to your time. So think about it. Don't try to just look at it from a profit per sale kind of a thing, but also you have to look at it in a number of sales per day. So this is the magic formula I do every time when I'm creating a new design for a new niche, or if I'm entering a new niche. What is the potential sales of a new niche? So this is the formula I do. The potential sales is 0.01% into maximum number of monthly active people. Okay. So what is this monthly active people? This is the monthly active people when you type in the niche name in the audience insights. So on the top column, you will find it right beside the country column or the location column. So have a look at it. This is basically I'm dividing the maximum number of monthly active people by 100. So 0.01 or divided by 100. Either will give you the listing. So that is the potential sales. Let's say if I, uh, go to, let's say, photography, because we've been taking photography as an example for a long time. If there are, 1 lakh monthly active people that are available on the photography niche, if I divide it by 100, that is going to be 100. So the maximum number of, sorry, that is going to be 1000. The maximum number of sales that I can do, the potential sales is going to be 1000. So that is how I will determine it. Okay, and this is how I'm going to, categorize them into a big niche or a medium niche or a small niche. A big niche will always have a potential sales of more than 5000, and there are hardly like 5 to 10 niches so far discovered by people, because not many have tried to experiment into bigger niches. They're settled with, know medium niche and small niches. So for a big niche, the maximum potential sales is around 5000, and you can sell more than 100 per day. Trust me, I've sold, more than 100 per day, many, many, many times a day. So it is not that difficult. You just have to scale, scale, scale. That comes with, experience. Try to work on, different strategies. Think about how do you make more, sales per day. Start designing plans and all. So I, for one example of a big niche is going to be birthdays. Okay, biking. So these are big, big niches. So birthdays, biking, and locations, you will find more than 100 sales per day. So this is the example of big niche. When you're talking about a medium niche, the potential sales will be maximum will be around 2500 to 5000 for a campaign point of view. So don't think about your competitor. I'm talking about just your own self. If you want to sell in a medium niche, you will definitely get, 2500 to 5000 in that potential sales. Also, the maximum sales you can do per day is 50. So beyond 50, do not try to scale them, because you will end up losing your money and the ROI will become negative. So this is what a framework I follow. So I'm just giving you as an example. And the example for a medium niche is a gym niche. So if you go on to audience insights, if you go on to audience insights and select country India, type in the broad interest of your niche, then you'll find the maximum number of active people. So do that right now, and you will find definitely, what I'm saying is right. So think about it. And also there are some small niches that you want to experiment. They might be big in the future or maybe growing niches, but you still want to experiment and all. So these are the niches that will sell a maximum of, 250 to 2500 is the maximum number it will sell, and the maximum sales per day is 10. One good example for that is cats. In cats, probably it's not a really mature market. It's not a really matured niche in India. So trying to sell to the cats niche will be a difficulty in the starting, but if you can crack the model, probably you will sell 10 to 15 a day. So this is what I'm talking about. You can't sell more than that, but think about it. You have to strategize your campaigns very, properly. You have to have a mix of a good big niche and also a bit of a medium niche and small niche. So think about it and don't try to do too many campaigns at a time. My principle is I just do only three niches at a time, not more than that. I'll pick one niche that is already doing well for me, and I'll scale one niche, and I'll experiment one niche all the time, always. I'll be experimenting one niche, I'll be scaling one niche, and I'll be making money out of one niche. So all niches will not give you money to start, but when you start going forward, you will find, more and more money in there. Okay, once the niche is done, how do you test it? There are many methods of testing. A lot of people educate, PPE. I also like PPE a lot, so I would definitely start with PPE with a budget of 2 to 300 rupees. Stop it at 700, 800, because in most of my campaigns, I sold more after the 800 mark or 900 mark. Let's say for 800 I only sold two, but after 800 I sold like five or six more in the next 100 or 200 rupees spend. So wait till 12 to 1500 ad spend. Once you spend 12 to 1500 rupees, then you can take a call, if it is working for you or not. After 12 to 1500, this is what I'll do. I'll just go and check if I've got five sales or not. Most of the times I'll get five sales, so I'll jump in and say, okay, let's scale this campaign. If I don't get five sales, I'll just not be disappointed there. I'll look into the comment section. If I've got more than 25 comments, or close to 25 comments, that shows there is a lot of engagement and a lot of people are interested to buying it, but they haven't yet bought it. Probably because of many reasons. They might be on a call. They must have added to cart and forgot, or they went out in the middle of somewhere, or the internet connection was bad. There can be many reasons why people don't buy at the time. So don't just assume sales are the only metric to track. If you have good 25 comments with the 1500 spent, it's a very good engagement. Also, if you have 50 shares, that is also a very good metric. If you have any of these following, definitely spend more money. Let's say you spend another 12 to 1500. So after 2400, 3000, you can't see good enough sales, or you can't see good enough ROI. That is when you kill the campaign or kill the niche, work on a new niche, because PPE is basically to get the engagement but not to get sales. So if you get proper engagement, if you get the proper you know uh, comments and shares, then you'll definitely get an understanding that this niche is workable in our country. So this is what I would do. Don't just worry about the sales, worry about the engagement at the start. Once the PPE works, then you can talk about website conversion ad, clicks to website ad, carousel ad, then video ads. This is the scaling strategies. Don't use all of them in the start. Use PPE at the start, then apply all your scaling strategies that you've learned from people, or that you've learned in blogs and videos and all. This is very good. So I also recommend PPE to a lot of people. Think about it. So far so good. So do you have any question on the niche section, guys, before I jump to the next section? Yeah, I'm trying to be as loud as possible. I'm not sure why some of you are not able to know hear it properly. I'll try to be more loud from here onwards. Thanks for the suggestion. So, do you have any doubts on the niche selection? How do you find a niche? What is a big niche? What is a small niche? Bring on your doubts. I'll try to bring on your questions. I'll try to answer few of them right away. So, some of you are asking, how did you get the numbers? Okay. Hmm. I just went into the audience insights, as I've mentioned here. I just went into the audience insights and selected the country India. Look at this section. Okay, I just went into the audience insights and typed in cats, and I found few monthly active people. So I've written it down with potential sales is equal to 0.01 into maximum number of monthly active people. Okay. Okay. Jack is asking me photography, which one sold 985 that yours? No, mate. I just started it around a week back. If you have followed my previous webinar, I started looking into this niche only on that webinar. I explained how I do the audience research, and based on the results on the webinar live, I just took down that sheet and started creating new designs. So I haven't sold 985. I'll just tell you how much I sold in the next step. Okay. Sayed Khan is asking, should we target entire India? It depends upon the niche. Some niches are good if you target only metros. Some niches are good if you target, across India. So it's a very generic question. I don't think I can answer it. So laser targeting 50K to 100K isn't a great idea. Well, mm, there are many techniques of targeting, Akshay. There is flex targeting, there is laser targeting, there is narrow targeting. There are like 5 to 6 types of targeting techniques. Um, and the audience size you mentioned is not a bad audience size, but I generally prefer an audience size of 100K to 300K. So I go with 100K to 300K, and most of the times that gives me good results. Sometimes 500K also gives me good results. So, so laser targeting is not the only way of doing it, but there are many other ways. Just keep it simple. Sometimes you can type in your broad interest. So that is called a matured pixel. If you have a really matured pixel having 50 or 100 plus sales a day, any targeting, just and send the ad. Yeah, so just enter the country and show the ad. It'll automatically get the sales for you. That is called no targeting. I haven't tried it yet, but I know few people who practice it for their businesses, not on my dream store, but on different businesses, and that actually works for a lot of people who's got a matured pixel, like say 100 plus sales a day. The Facebook pixel does the work for you. You don't have to do the targeting. It does the targeting for you. So that is one way of targeting. Okay, okay, okay. So Amy is asking, are you not supposed to stop the PPE for 4 to 5 days even if you don't get sales? Don't look at it from the number of days, but look at it about the amount of money you're spending. So this is what, uh, yeah, if you're spending more than 2,400 to 3,000 rupees and you still don't get any any sales, then there is no point. You don't have to scale that any further. Okay, 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 okay. Uh, Rivera, about your cat's question, probably we can do it at the end of the session, or we can have a private chat about it. I think I can answer you that question pretty straightforward. I'll show you how I did it. Okay. Okay. So somebody is asking me to do the Q&A at the end of session. Okay. Okay. I'll go to the next session. So this is an update on my previous webinar. People who have attended my previous webinar, I did a webinar about 3 4 weeks back on the audience research. Then I took a niche called photography. I haven't done that niche before. That is the first time I am doing that niche. So I started creating an audience research sheet on the live, and once the live is done, I continued finishing up the sheet and launched a few campaigns, and I'll tell you how I did it and what I did it. First, I launched a PPE ad, okay, with the first design. I got 5 sales with my first design. That is a very good thing. I, in fact, got more than 5 sales. So when you have 5 sales in the first design in the first 3 to 4 days, it's a very good thing without spending more than 12 to 1500. I already got there. So I created a storefront. I created a storefront of photography, and I created 2 more designs because I already knew that photography is working and the targeting is working. After doing that, I've got 3 successful campaigns. All 3 campaigns are successful with the PPE. Now what I did was I launched a website conversion ad. Website conversion ad after having 3 successful campaigns. So this is what I followed, and I've got 50 plus sales in a period of 7 days, and that is a really good start when you consider 50 plus sales in the first 7 days. This is not the only niche I'm operating. Right, I have many other niches, but this niche has already shown some progress. 50 plus million number. I'm going to show you in the future, but not right now. I'm just scale it only to 50, 60, and I'm slowly going. I'll do the scaling probably in the start of next month and all. And look at my targeting, guys. I'm actually showing you the exact targeting I'm doing. There is nothing I'm hiding here. I'm showing you the campaign name. I'm also showing you the ad set name. I'm also showing the targeting I'm doing. And I'm also showing the cost per purchase and the purchase conversion value and the number of add to carts I'm getting and all. So look at it. So the campaign was, um, it's a storefront PP purchase started on 17th of this month. So it's like 4 days before. And I targeted it to male photography talk is the interest. So if you go and type in photography talk, I got that interest. Okay. And that audience size is around 1.9 lakhs when I entered. Okay. That might change over a period of time. But when I entered it, it says, okay, somebody is complaining that they can't see it. I'm going to share this PPT to you end of the day. Also, if you want a clear image of this, you can switch to HD. If you switch to HD 720p, you might have a better look at it. Don't worry, I'm anyway going to share this this PPT end of this session. You're going to see how how and what I'm going to do it. So this is how I will do it, guys. I just made 24 purchases of this ad set, and also I'm showing you another ad set which did not work for me. That's called lens culture, which is only for 39K. So I generally don't do below 1 lakh and all. But why I did that there was I thought that the, the audience were very relevant to the people where I'm going to try. So there are exceptions which I try as well. Look at it. The cost per purchase is 435 rupees. Okay. And the purchase conversion is 599. I only got 6 add to cards, and the cost per add to card is 72 rupees. That's a bad ad set. I'm not changing the campaign or I'm not changing the ad copy. I use a single campaign and a single ad copy, but I change a lot of ad sets. The ad sets give you the targeting, right? So look at it. The previous single interest of photography talk is giving me a cost per purchase of 93 rupees, and the next one is giving me a conversion cost of 431 35 rupees. What I do, I just simply close that 435 rupees costing one, and I continue doing this single one. That is how basically you have to go about things. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so don't try to think too much. Keep it simple. Uh, Somebody was asking me only one interest. Yes, I do a mix of one interest. I've been testing out a mix of one interests. Also, I do a mix of flex targeting. I'll explain you what is flex targeting, what is intersection targeting, what is laser targeting. I know there are like 5 to 6 types of targeting. Probably in another set of webinar, not today. That is going to take an hour of our time. So let's not go there. But I do a lot of types. But this time I tried a single interest targeting and it worked for me. So this is how I scaled my previous photography niche. I'll definitely scale this further and make more sales of it. Okay. And any more question, guys? Probably we can have a Q&A, quick Q&A now. So if you have any questions, you can type in the live chat here. I'll try to answer them quickly. The MDS guys have asked me to limit 40 minutes for the you know talk and 20 minutes for the question. So last time we did it a little overboard because it was our first session. I couldn't plan properly. This time I came a little planned, like strictly 40 minutes and 20 minutes per question. So yeah, Arnav is asking me, does the ads manager tell all this info? Can you be a little more specific? Okay, link of your FB group. Yes, I'll talk about the FB group surely. Um, yes, how to target birthday. Anshuman, you just have to go to detailed targeting segment and start typing in birthday in 01 January. That is how you target people who are born in January. So that's pretty straightforward. If you still find any difficulty, you can ping me in private. I'll help you how to do it. Okay. Okay. Have you tried any campaign for tennis addicts? Yes, I think I've done it. I haven't scaled it because I did not get proper response, but I've done it. Syed Khan is asking how to join your FP group. Yes, Syed, I'll definitely let you know. I'm going to discuss it. Okay, how to target profession. Profession, you just go to the demographics and find job titles. So that is one way of targeting profession. Also, yeah, you'll find field of study. That is another way. That is also in the demographic section. Okay. Jack is saying no results found for your group. Yes, it is a secret group, Jack. You'll not find it unless I add you in the group. Who is the main buyer? Typically in India, you will get men purchase more than women. That has been for me on my dream store. For other brands that I work in as a freelance developer, freelance marketeer, there are places where 75% of them are women. But on my dream store, I think mostly men buy. Okay. Does okay? Arnav is back. Does ads manager tell you info about number of sales and add to cut? Yes, you have to go to customize columns and start typing in what all results you want to see. When you customize the columns, you will definitely get Jack. Basically, courses coming. No, Jack, I'm not really a good coach of all of this stuff, and I'm not going to offer you any courses and ask you some money. I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. Don't worry about it. It's a free group. It's not something I'm going to. Nothing hidden here. I'm just trying to help so that I'll also get some help in return. I'm trying to help the community. Yuganthar is down your audience by adding must have online shopping as interest. Yuganthar, it's a very interesting question. I tried both with online shopping and without online shopping. The results are pretty much the same. So you don't have to narrow down all the time with online shopping. But when you're really skeptical about a niche, if you think there are going to be a lot of clickers and no buyers, that is when you can try online shopping. But that is not a recommended thing. I don't really think it is necessary for each and every targeting you do. Is rupees 10,000 enough to start this business? So, well, I know my dream store is known for starting without any penny. I started with just an idea and I scaled it till far. I've sold like 40 lakhs. I don't think I spent so much money to start. You don't have to have much money. 10,000 is good to start, I should say. At what number of add to cart or sales should we scale? Okay, it depends on the pixel, Rahul. If you have 25 add to carts per day, you should scale with website conversion ad. If you have 30, 35 purchases a day, you should go with purchase website conversion ad. That is what I do mostly. But there are many, many, many ways of scaling it. Okay. Nothing is free. Well, no, I'm Jack. I'm not giving it. When I say free, I'm getting something in return. What is that something? I'm do something. I am also learning in the process. I'll also streamline the way I'm campaigning, right? So that is the only thing I'm taking away from this webinar or this group and all. So thanks for your advice. I am not really sure if I'll do courses in the future, but I'll definitely consider your advice. Okay, Shubham, thank you, for encouraging me. What size should the original audience be? Typically 100K to 300K. Amy is saying, I'm not good at targeting. What should I do? Uh, Amy, it's okay. Not all of us are good at targeting when you start off. You can take help of My Dream Store, guys. They are really helpful. They help me too. Though I'm really good with Facebook ads, the way you target for My Dream Store platform is a little different. So they help me a lot in this starting. You can take help from there. Also, I'm going to announce a few, about my group. You can join the group and you can start posting questions. There will be a lot of people who are going to help you there. So don't worry. Okay. Okay. How does limiting payment option impact sales? Only prepaid as opposed to COD plus prepaid? Sayantan Guha, right? I tried both prepaid only and prepaid plus COD. I think if you have a very very good product and a passionate audience, you will still get 80% of your sales in prepaid only mode. And when you think about it from an ROI point of view, without any returns and the money coming to you quickly, I think prepaid only is not a bad option to have. I recommend doing prepaid only if you really know the audience. Right now, I'm doing prepaid plus COD, but if I have a proper audience and a proper niche setup, I'll definitely do prepaid only because the money will come quickly to you. One, and there are no returns hassles that you have to worry about. Okay. Vivek, this group is not available anywhere else as of now unless I add you there. So I'll tell you what about the group. What you say about targeting with just only one. Jack, I've been trying many things, and with one interest, it also works. So that is not a bad thing to target. If you're targeting a generic product, generic product without any proper targeting in your head, you can try targeting interests like Soul Store or Planet Superheroes or Vox Pop or Bewakoof. Bewakoof generally doesn't work because Bewakoof is more engagement on Facebook rather than purchases. But Soul Store is a very good targeting, guys. I tried sending audience only to Soul Store and got many conversions. This is the giveaway for all the people who attended this webinar and who is going to listen to this recorded version at a point of time. Try sending out your ad to only Soul Store, and if anyone from Soul Store is here, I'm sorry, but you should also try that, and it's a very good targeting. I've got many conversions just sending ads to Soul Store. What do you call an appealing design? Yuganthar, one to two colors in the design, and the font should be readable, and there has to be a little of element and a text. So that is appealing design. Light on scaling process. I'm not sure who this person is. 1, 2, 3, you meet you. The scaling is there are many ways of scaling it. It's not, it cannot be covered within a period of 5 or 10 minutes. It actually takes, 5 to 6 hours long session about that scaling and all. I do many techniques. I do different techniques for different businesses, especially on my dream store. There are like 5 to 6 different types of scaling you can do. One obvious thing most of us must be doing is duplicating the good ad sets that are working, but don't do that. That is not going to work. The algorithm has changed a lot. But like lookalike is a good way to go forward. So what in lookalike itself, there is a big segment that we have to talk about. So that itself is a very big webinar. It's probably like two plus hours webinar. So we'll see if we can arrange something on those lines in the future. Okay, Jayesh is asking if after spending 800 rupees, one share and one comment on the PPE post, should I continue with the same FP ad? Probably not. If there are no comments and shares, but if you've got sales, you should continue. If you don't have shares, then you should not. But it again depends upon the niche. If you're trying to do something related to relationships, it will take some time. Uh, think about changing the ad copy and trying it again because you only spend 800, right? So sometimes the sales come after 900,000 rupees. So that is what my experience is. Okay, Vivek is asking, when do you want to? Okay, when do you do when the ad set was doing well for suddenly dies off? Vivek, don't do anything. These ad sets die off all of a sudden, but they'll again pick up. If it doesn't pick up like in the next 3 4 days, then you should definitely reduce the budget for a day and see. And if there are no conversions, then turn off. That is what I do. But generally, what happens is during a week's period, there will be one day with more number of sales. You will see a high peak in the middle of a week, but it drops. So this kind of happens on a regular basis. Don't turn off the ad sets as quickly as you think there is no sale in a day. Just look at it at 3 to 4 days window kind of. Okay. Jack, please give your ad flow like first PPE, then what in pipeline. Jack, we'll have to discuss that in a proper the webinar. How I go to do about it. That is basically scaling techniques, right? So that will come into scaling. One more webinar, we'll see if we can do it. Okay, how long does it take usually to get a sale? I've got 2000 like 63 shares and four, four comments after 2 days, but no sales. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, sometimes the sale will come right away, and sometimes the sale will come after 3 4 days. So think about it like this: if you spend already 1200 to 1500, and you've got, if you not have got 5 sales or 25 comments or 50 shares, you should turn off the ad. Okay, this is what I would do. Okay. Are you using Pixel to find out add to carts and number of sales? Yes or no? I am using Facebook Pixel to find out add to carts and number of sales. That is what tracks me, which is doing it. You'll get this, how to set up this Pixel and all in the My Dream Store University. Okay, guys. So I think the question and answer session uh, um, is more or less like done. So I'll tell you about this mastermind group I'm talking. I've been getting a lot of requests on Facebook. They want some help. They need some coaching. They need some advice on scaling and all. So I thought I should manage it all by myself, but that's been a little challenging because I've been getting 5 to 6 new message requests and ad requests on a daily basis since the last 15 20 days. And while I was speaking to this co-founder of My Dream Store, Satish, he suggested me, why don't you start a Facebook group and ask answer all the questions at one go, so that you don't have to repeat the same answer for the similar kind of questions and all. So I started this MDS Masterminds group. I actually just know have done it for a day before. So this is the group, guys. This is basically a secret group. You don't have to pay anything or anything. I'll just share this group in the My Dream Store University group. You can log in. You can log into the My Dream Story University group and click on this and join the group. I'll actively moderate this group. I'll actively help people who need a genuine help, and I'll make sure that if there is any bullshit coming my way, I'll definitely remove the people. This is just me trying to help people in the group currently. People who are working with me currently are in the group. So I'll just share you the group details. This will be open group where you can. This is the secret group wherein you can talk about all kind of questions A to Z in terms of my Sure campaigning. Any doubts you have, you can ask there. Might be me or some of my team members or some of these MDS guys. Someone will try to definitely help you there. So you'll not be lost. And this is going to be a very small group. It is not going to be as big as my Sure University group and all. This only be a set of few active campaigners who want to really make it big. So I'm trying to help all those people in this group. That is all about this group. So Jack is suggesting me start one-on-one coaching. No, no, no. Jack, thanks for the advice. We'll see. We'll look into it. Okay. Right. So you asked about the niche sheet, Syed Khan, right? So this niche sheet will be shared with you in the group. So in the group, also in the YouTube channel, we will share this link. You will have the access to this folder. In this folder, you have the master list of niche, also the PPT. In the PPT, you have sources of website with ideas and all. Also, my way of taking what is a big niche, what is a small niche, and what is a medium niche and all. So this PPT has a lot of valuable information, guys. Don't miss out on this PPT. uh, Also, if there is a good example here, and the testing method I'm recommending here. So you can all use this, and if you have good results, you should definitely share it with me, because I'll be more than happy if someone gets a good sale out of my experience, and post it to me on my Facebook Messenger or in the secret group I'm going to create. Okay. So Akshay, I think the webinar is done, and I'll keep the drive as view only. Definitely, I'll share you the link. Thanks, Shubham. Right, Akshay, I agree. So that is all for today, guys. Let me just check with the MDS team if they want me to cover any more topics here. So someone from the My Dream Store team, if you can comment if I have to cover something or if I missed something, please comment in the live chat section so that I'll you know. Thank you, 123 EU MeTube. I prefer you putting your name up there rather than having a random 123. Jack, you can find design quote on Pinterest and Google Images. That is the best place you can go find it. Yeah, the cards part. Um, it is pretty straightforward, Rivera. You can ping me on Facebook. I'm available on Facebook, so you can find me with this image. Okay, you can find me with this image. Just hoping that I've covered it all. Actually, we are going to upload it. Yes, we are going to upload it. Okay, that's it. That's it for today, guys. We are going to share you uh, this niche list, also the PPT of how to find the winning niche sources of it. You should definitely try all of these sources. You'll find many ideas, and in the future, I want to see more and more of you to experiment with these niches and come up with more ideas, and in turn help me that these ideas will work and these ideas will not work. So intersect effect conversion. Uh, Not really. High affinity is just one way of looking at it. High affinity doesn't mean it is got metrics you can track. Uh, which metrics to track? How do you do it? That is all. We can do it in a separate segment. This is basically a niches webinar, right? So I don't think we can discuss that much further here. Chalo, you can go to the My Dream Store group, and you will find the details group as well as the giveaways that I've mentioned here. Thank you. Thanks for the nice session. Bye bye.